We have a very important evening ahead with Ambassador Dennis Ross, who will help us understand the historical context of this moment. But first, I want to call on an individual who has been stalwart in his support for Israel and the Jewish community. Mayor Eric Adams has served the people of New York City as an NYPD officer, state senator, Brooklyn Borough president, and now as the 110th mayor of the city of New York. Not long ago, I heard him speak about his recent trip to Israel and what it meant to him. And then earlier this week, many of us heard him at the New York Stands with Israel vigil and rally outside the United Nations, just one of many rallies and vigils he has attended in recent days, speaking with great moral clarity about Israel's need to defend its people and its land. He has also taken a direct personal role in addressing our local Jewish community's security concerns. The police are present outside our temple because he directed them to be. Truly, Mayor Adams has become one of the Jewish community's strongest shoulders on which to lean, and we are so grateful, and I am honored to invite him to address us now. Mayor Eric Adams.
Thank you. Thank you. I live by one rule. You do not stand for me, I stand for you. I serve you. I'm still the police officer on the beat answering the 911 calls for services, correcting conditions. When you spend 22 years of your life wearing a bulletproof vest, standing on street corners, protecting children and families, there's a love affair you have with the city and the people that cannot ever be separated. I know this community so well. If you were to do an analysis and look where you were during the mayoral election, you would see I received overwhelmingly the Jewish support in the city of New York because we are aligned with faith, family, public safety, and continue to watch our city grow and move forward. And yes, my voice is clear that Israel has the right to protect himself, herself, itself, whatever way we want to define it. That right is built into the spirit and energy of the country and your homeland. And your military operation will accomplish that task. And the New York City Police Department is going to fulfill their obligation here in the city of New York. No one does it better. We will ensure that regardless of the hateful terminologies that are used through social media and other methods and those lone wolves that are being radicalized, we will do our job, seek them out, apprehend, and protect the people of this city in general, but specifically our Jewish residents and Jewish community. We are clear on that. But now our role as a civilian army, what must we do? How do we allow the military operation, the law enforcement operation to carry out their task, and then we will fulfill our obligation? I shared this the other day when I spoke with a group of Jewish leaders. I often use the terminology that there are many rivers that feed something, and there are many rivers that feed the sea of hate. We must dam each river to ensure that it does not continue to flow. And history has shown us how to do that. We have to dam the river of social media and how it continues to spew out hate and allow the radicalizations of young people all across this entire country, if not globe. It was hate that walked into a supermarket in Buffalo and took the lives of innocent people. It is hate that is being used on social media to spread anti-Semitism and all other forms of hate. We must bring those social media platforms into the room and say you have an obligation not to use your algorithm to spread hate, but to stop the spreading of hate. Let's dam that river together. We must dam the river on our college campuses. Our college campuses used to produce academic achievement and geniuses that talked about how do we move our countries and our cities forward. Those college campuses have now become breeding grounds of hate, and we have to be honest about it. We heard the speech from CUNY Law School over the graduation ceremony when you saw from the stage talking about anti-Semitic actions and anti-Semitic attitudes. Every day you're seeing this type of hateful talk and conversations on our college campuses. What happened to the combined effect of our college institutions coming together to fight on behalf? I know the history. I know the role the Jewish community played during the early civil rights era. I know thousands of schools that were put in place because of the benevolence of Julius Rosenwald. I know how young people like Goodwin and Srini was part of the civil rights organizations that gave their lives to it. Let's reignite our college campuses to be beacons of hope and opportunity, and not beacons when we're producing hateful thoughts and mindsets. Then let's dam the river of our entertainment industry. Far too many sports figures and entertainers are using these new terminologies of credible messengers and influencers to spew out hateful thinking in general, but specifically anti-Semitism. Let's bring them to the table and say, use your influence and your power to make sure that you reach in and prick the consciousness of young people across the globe. Let's dam the rivers that don't allow us to communicate with each other. We're doing something called breaking bread, building bonds. 1,000 dinners across the city. Each person that sits at a table comes from a different walk of life, different ethnicity, different gender, different lifestyle. And we're doing something revolutionary. We're talking to each other. We're finding out what a sukkah is. What is a hijab? Why does one wear a kufi? Why does one wear a yarmulke? What is Passover? We live in the most diverse city on the globe, yet we don't know each other. And we need to make sure that we dam that river that keeps us apart from each other. And then let's dam the river that states anti-Semitism and hate is tolerated. We should have a zero tolerance for hate crimes. Those who participate in hate crime should not be able to walk free. We should make it clear if you attack, harm, destroy someone based on hate because of their religious belief, their lifestyles, or their philosophy, you should be held accountable, and we should be uniform in making sure that we don't allow people to walk out of correctional facilities after they participate in a hateful way of living or thinking. We start damming these rivers, we can accomplish great things. And let me share this last thought with you. We made a great mistake. Dr. King marched with great Jewish leaders. I know the JCRC. I know great people like Michael Miller and others. But what about our children? Jordan needs to know your son and daughters. We thought we could stop after my generation. We need to make sure our young people are part of this cross-pollination of ideas and beliefs. We need to hold creative events that bring and foster us to come together. It is our responsibility to correct the pathway that we're in. There's a darkness is hovering over not only our city, but the globe. Something is wrong than when you have attacks of the magnitude we saw in Israel, and young people were celebrating on the street because of what the DSA promoted and carrying pictures of swastikas and saying exterminate the Jewish people. Something is dark, something is sadistic, something is demonic, something is wrong with that in the city of New York, where we have the largest Jewish population outside of Israel. If you don't feel safe here, where else can you feel safe? We have to change that course. I'm committed. I'm ready to dam the rivers. And I'm ready to have a new flow, a flow where we come together. And we should be the beacon for the entire globe. What happens in New York should cascade throughout the entire country and cascade throughout the entire globe. This dark moment, this painful moment, we must turn it into a purposeful moment. The army would do their job, and they would secure and protect the country of Israel. Now we must do our job and ensure that we don't continue to see the grooming of people, and young people in particular, feeling as though hate is the only way to go. Love is the light I seek. Love is the light I feel here. Love is the light we should pursue. May God bless you. May God bless the people, the state of Israel. Thank you very much.